Hello everyone. Thought I would come on today because it's been a week. Man, do I have a lot to talk about. First of all, let's talk about the heat that is hitting the Pacific Northwest. Ah, miserable, unbearable. And yes, makes you think of global warming. But I looked at the records for here in Medford, Oregon, and on the hot day that we had, which was 115 degrees, we did not beat the record for 1945. So it's not unheard of. It does happen. And the next day was supposed to be a little bit cooler, 118 in downtown Medford. But in the afternoon, this wind came up out of nowhere. I'll tell you, it was a very strong wind. And it blew. It blew branches down, it blew leaves all over the place, and all I could think of is, please, dear Lord, don't anybody do anything stupid. But the one thing that happened is that the temperature dropped and dropped and dropped. So it was a welcomed relief. By the time the sun went down, the wind was gone, and it was calm, and it was like 85 degrees, which after 118 felt quite cool. I told my sister and Leroy when they moved up here that it gets hot in the summer, and that when you see the weather forecast and it says only going to be 98 today, you're like, whew, thank God, only 98. However, I did not expect for them to have the welcome of coming here and having the temperature go up to 115 and 118. Thank God for air conditioning. Also, the other thing that happened is because it was so hot, their trailer, the electrical cord going out to the trailer actually melted. Thankfully, that's all it did was melt. So now they're in the guest room for now until we have an electrician come out and fix up whatever safely needs to be done. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is, as of today, Oregon has lifted all mandates due to the coronavirus. So restaurants are open, theaters are open, bars are open, and we don't have to wear masks if we don't want to. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. I am more than happy to get rid of a mask and not wear it. I mean, I have to say it's really bothering me lately every time I put it on, where before it didn't ever bother me, but now it's like uncomfortable and it bothers me and this and that. But now that they're saying that we don't need to wear them at all, that all of a sudden it's okay, I have my questions. Is it really okay? What made them change their mind? What's different now that wasn't different yesterday or the day before or the week before? Why today? They say it's because, this is what they said, by June 30th, if we hit 70% vaccinated, or just June 30th, we're lowering the mandate, or lifting the mandate. And so that's what they did. Now, I did go and get my hair cut today, and when I walked in with my mask, the young man who does my hair says, as of today, June 30th, Oregon has lifted its mandate for masks. So you're welcome to wear your mask if you want, or take it off if you want. The choice is up to you. Well, I chose not to wear my mask because last time he cut my hair with the mask on, it just hit you, pretty hard to cut around this area with a mask on, so I chose not to wear it. Hopefully I'll be okay. So far I have been okay all this time, and hopefully I will continue to be okay, and everybody else out there too. I mean, I know numbers are way down, and let's pray that numbers continue to stay down. Anyway, those are the two things I wanted to talk about before I do my message from Spirit. There may be a lot of background noise because my grandkids are here to go swimming, but they haven't gone out of the house yet. They're still in the house. So, but that's okay. Love them. Blessed that they come over here and go swimming on such hot days. But I do have to say that when the weather was 115 and 118, we did not go in the pool. It was too hot to be in the pool. And later that evening, about 8 o'clock, when we decided that it was cool enough to take a dip, there were so many bees and wasps and every stinging creature that you can think of out at the pool. It made it very uncomfortable. They were thirsty. So the day after, I went to the craft store and I got some marbles and bowls and things like that and put them out around the yard, hoping that they won't attack us now, that there's water available for them other than the pool. And I did spend most of my time getting them out of the pool, because once they go in, they can't come out. So we don't want them to drown. All right, enough of all that. Let's get started. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. June 30th. Hot. No more mask mandates. Fire. There's fire nearby. And fear. And there's a lot of people still being very fearful about everything and anything. So let's see. Well, the first card to come out today is a beautiful card, positive card, the Angel of Love. The Angel of Love. So we just got to keep walking in love. Got to make sure that our heart chakras are open nice and wide and that we emanate love wherever we go, because love heals. Love heals. And if we could all just get in the same kind of place where we use love instead of fear, love instead of worry, all kinds of miracles could happen. So our first card is Angel of Love. And pick another card from this deck here. First chakra, Archangel Michael. To say that this is Archangel Michael is one of my most favorite called upon angels. First chakra is our root chakra for grounding into the earth, feeling steady. And Archangel Michael is the angel of protection. When my son was in Afghanistan twice, this is when I got my affinity with Michael the Archangel. And every night I would just lay in bed and pray for Michael the Archangel to be there with him and to protect him and surround him in safety, in a bubble. Every night that he was there, I would do that. And I picked Archangel Michael because he is the warrior and he's the protector. And it was the angel that my son seemed to have an affinity with. So I picked him without knowing a whole lot about him. But that angel came forward in love and protected my son. There was one story that my son told me that they were in a firefight, young man. Maybe he was 19, 20, I don't know. And they were in a firefight, and he saw this mortar, and the mortar was coming straight towards him. And he saw it hit right here. and his flap jacket, his vest, and whatever they wear for protection. Hit right here. Blew him feet away. He doesn't remember anything after that. Knocked him out, blew him feet away. When he saw it hit, he thought, or when he saw it coming towards him, he thought, this is it. And all his comrades, his brothers in arms that were there, saw it happen and thought, there goes Cermak. But you know what? He woke up with not a scratch on him. Without a scratch on him. And it is because of this. Michael the Archangel, and a mother's love for her son, that she took the time every night to pray and ask for protection from Michael for her son. And thankfully, joyfully, he came home. However, he did not come home the sweet little boy that I sent off. He came home a completely different man. And I still pray to Michael the Archangel to hold my son and protect him. All right, so there we go. Let's see where we're going to go from here. Because you never know when I start these readings where it's going to go. I'm going to go with a stone. Love, protection, love, protection. These are the two things that Spirit wants us to know. That we are loved and we are protected, even though at times it does not feel like it. And at times we do walk in fear and we are afraid of everything. But Spirit wants us to know, no matter what, we are loved and we were protected. I guess even if bad things happen to you, you are still being protected in some way. It's all a mystery. Now we got this card here. Oh, we got two cards. Stibonite, conflict. I'm hearing conflict of interest. And then we have tanzanite, clarity. So, conflict. Oh, God, aren't you sick of it? Aren't you sick of all the conflict? I am. We keep finding reasons to be more and more conflicted with each other. I mean, it keeps going on and on. I mean, now it's this whole thing that they're talking about, this critical race. I can't remember what it is, the full name of it. Theory, critical race theory. So now it's another thing that we can argue about and be divided over, and it's bullshit. It's all just bullshit. Yes, we should tell the true history of man. Not just the United States, but the way humans have treated each other throughout the centuries. They've not been nice. And Spirit says we need to walk in love. Then we have clarity. So the conflict here is the heart chakra, is showing the heart chakra. So because we have this card of the heart chakra, which is conflict, and we have the angel of love, it's telling us Open your hearts. Let go of the hatred, of the judgment, of the fear, all the things that are conflicting you in your spirit. Let go of those things and replace them with love. It's so hard. Such an easy thing for me to say, but it is so hard for us to do. But we have Michael, the archangel, who is rooted and grounded in love for us, so willing to help us and fight for us and protect us. Then we have the Tanzanite, which is clarity, and it's also the blue throat chakra. I am hearing in my head, it will all become clear. It will all become clear. And that's where I'm going to leave that till I hear something else. All right, so let's move on. I'm going to do an angel spirit. Animal spirit card from Colette Baron Reed. So we have love and protection, conflict and clarity, root chakra, 2 heart chakras, and a throat chakra. All right, let's see what came out. Porcupine spirit. Time for beginner mind. Okay, porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. Okay, how can spirit be more clear? Spirit is asking us to open our hearts, to walk in love. We have the angel, all the angels, not just Michael, here with us, protecting us, telling us to walk in love, to let go of conflict, to open up that heart chakra, to renew our minds and to start thinking in a new, clear way. Clarity. So time for a beginner's mind, to let go of the things that we've been holding on to, the things that have really been hurting us over the last, forever, but really over the last few years, with all the division and the conflict and the judgment and the fear. God does not want us to walk in fear. He wants us to walk in love, to be of love. No, it's hard. It's hard for me as well. Just because I come up with these messages doesn't mean that I walk this way myself. I try. These readings remind me. But it's so easy to get swallowed up in fear. It's like when it was so hot the other day, and then that terrible, strong wind came. I had fear. I was afraid. I was anxious. I got everything ready in case there was going to be a fire. But I guess that's a smart thing to do, to be prepared and be ready. But what I'm saying is that just because I come up with these messages that Spirit is giving to me, doesn't mean I always walk them myself. I try. And that's the best any of us can do, is try. All right. I'm going to pick a chakra card because so many chakras have come out in this reading so far. And just see what chakra card is going to come out. So far we have the root chakra, the heart chakra twice, and the throat chakra. Just speaking your truth. Being clear, concise. Another heart chakra, love. Can Spirit be any more clear? We're supposed to open our hearts, walk in love. We're protected. It may not seem like it, but we can always ask for the protection because first we have the angel of love. So then we get Michael the archangel. So the angels, whether you believe them or not, I do, that they love us and they want us to open our hearts and love one another because love heals all. So that's what this message is about. Again, loving, opening our hearts, letting go of the conflict, accepting each other, let going of worry, fear, hate, let going of those things. All right. Picking an angel card. These angel cards here have messages on it. So let's see what kind of message the angel comes through in this reading of love. So what we got is clear your space. Archangel Jophiel. Get rid of the clutter. Clear the energy around you. And use feng shui. Well, sure, clear the clutter around your house. But really, clear the clutter that is here in your mind. Get rid of this clutter. Clear the clutter that you have here stored in your heart. Get rid of it. And if it helps to go through your closets and drawers and things like that and clear that clutter too, then please do. So, clear the clutter of your mind and your heart. Open your heart and walk with love. Know that you are protected. It's time for us to let go of conflict. We need to become clear. We need to walk the path. We need to renew our minds. Clear the clutter of our minds. Walk in love. Spirit tells us over and over, walk in love. All right, that is where I'm going to let it go today. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope if you're in the heat wave like we are here, that you're staying cool and hydrated, and that it will soon be over, back to normal. I love you guys. Remember, open your hearts, walk in love, renew your mind, and get rid of the fear.